Hi everyone, welcome back to Family Stories. Today we bring you two wonderful stories from Reddit. Story 1. The Workplace Betrayal Meet. Jake, a hard-working sales manager at a mid-sized tech company. He's been with the company for 5 years, always going the extra mile to meet his targets and boost the company's profits. His colleague Mark is a smooth, talking, but somewhat lazy employee who often takes credit for others' work. Jake has a great relationship with his team. They respect him for his leadership and the way he always stands up for them. One day, the company announces a huge project that could potentially double their revenue. Jake is excited and starts planning his team's strategy right away. Mark, seeing the potential of this project, hatches a devious plan. He starts spreading rumors that Jake is planning to take all the credit for the project and not share it with the team. Some of the more gullible team members start to believe these rumors. Jake is blindsided when he notices a sudden change in his team's attitude towards him. At a team meeting, one of the team members confronts Jake about the rumors. Jake is shocked and tries to defend himself, but Mark is there, fueling the fire with more lies. The situation quickly spirals out of control, and Jake is left feeling isolated. But Jake doesn't give up easily. He decides to prove his innocence by documenting every step of his work on the project. He also reaches out to the more rational team members, explaining the truth. Slowly but surely, they start to see through Mark's lies. As the project deadline approaches, Mark's lack of real work becomes evident. Jake's team, now united again, presents their well-thought-out plan to the higher-ups. Mark tries to sneak in and add his name to the presentation at the last minute, but Jake is ready. He shows the evidence of Mark's betrayal and lies. The higher-ups are furious. Mark is immediately fired, and Jake is praised for his integrity and hard work. He gets a well-deserved promotion, and his team's loyalty to him is stronger than ever. Story 2. The Neighbor from Hell. Emma, a nurse, moved into a new neighborhood with high hopes of a peaceful life. Her next door neighbor, Mr. Jenkins, is a retired but cantankerous old man. From the very beginning, he makes Emma's life miserable. He complains about the slightest things, like the way Emma parks her car in her own driveway, saying it's too close to his property. He also yells at her when her friends come over, claiming they're too loud, even though they're well within the noise. Ordinance limits. One day, Emma decides to plant a small garden in her front yard. Mr. Jenkins comes out and starts ranting about how it's going to attract pests and lower the property values of the neighborhood. Emma tries to reason with him, but he just gets angrier. Fed up, Emma decides to talk to the neighborhood association. She presents them with a list of Mr. Jenkins' unreasonable complaints and actions. The association is initially hesitant, as Mr. Jenkins has been a long-time resident, but they agree to look into the matter. In the meantime, Mr. Jenkins escalates his behavior. He starts leaving trash on Emma's lawn and making anonymous complaints to the local authorities about her. Emma is at her wit's end. However, a young couple who recently moved in across the street witness some of Mr. Jenkins's antics. They come forward and support Emma's claims. The neighborhood association, after further investigation, realizes that Mr. Jenkins has been causing trouble for a while. They issue Mr. Jenkins a warning. If he continues his behavior, he could face fines and other penalties. Mr. Jenkins, realizing he's been caught, finally backs off. Emma can now enjoy her new home in peace, and the neighborhood becomes a more harmonious place. Story 3. The School Bully Turned Friend. In a small-town high school, there's a student named Alex, a kind-hearted and studious kid. But he's constantly bullied by a tough-looking jock named Brad. Brad and his gang would push Alex around in the hallways, steal his lunch money, and make fun of his love for science. One day, during a science fair, Alex presents an amazing project on renewable energy. The whole school is impressed, including Brad, although he's too proud to admit it. Later that day, Brad's little brother, Tim, gets into trouble in the schoolyard. He's being picked on by some older kids. Alex, seeing what's happening, steps in. He uses his quick thinking and knowledge to scare off the bullies, saving Tim. Brad, who witnesses this, is shocked. He realizes that he's been wrong about Alex. Brad approaches Alex and apologizes for his past behavior. Alex is initially hesitant to forgive him, but Brad is sincere. He starts making amends by standing up for Alex against other bullies and even helps him with his science projects. As time goes on, Brad and Alex become good friends. Brad even gives up some of his jock-like behavior and starts taking an interest in science, thanks to Alex's influence. The school environment becomes a lot more positive, and the two boys show everyone that people can change for the better. Story 4. The Lost Inheritance. Lily, a young librarian, receives a letter from a long, lost lawyer. It turns out that a distant relative has passed away and left her a large inheritance. The inheritance includes a beautiful old house in a small coastal town and a significant amount of money. Lily is overjoyed and travels to the town to claim her inheritance. But when she arrives, she discovers that there's a problem. A local real estate developer, Mr. Thompson, has his eye on the house. He wants to tear it down and build a luxury resort. Mr. Thompson tries to intimidate Lily into selling the house to him at a fraction of its worth. He spreads rumors in the town that Lily is an outsider who doesn't care about the local community. Some of the townspeople start to turn against her. But Lily is determined to keep her inheritance and the historical value of the house. She does some research and discovers that the house is actually a historical landmark. She presents this evidence to the local council. The council, realizing the importance of the house, rejects Mr. Thompson's development plans. Mr. Thompson, not one to give up easily, tries to sue Lily, but his case is weak. In the end, Lily wins. She restores the old house and turns it into a community center for the town. The townspeople, seeing her dedication, welcome her with open arms, and she lives happily ever after, using the inheritance money to improve the lives of those in the community.